I very much might come to regret the decision I'm making, but I'm going to take on NaNoWriMo again. Welcome to the crypt. So, welcome to Preptober. For those of you doing NaNoWriMo within the next month, oh, how are we all feeling today? I'm feeling actually pretty happy about things, honestly. I'm really excited, honestly, about my projects. Ever since I've really found my new direction, I just feel a lot better about everything. But there is a little bit of nervousness, as always, wondering whether or not I complete things. But I have a little bit of a new way of looking at it, so I'm going to go ahead and share that with you today during prep. And I'd really like to know how you guys are setting up for NaNoWriMo or for any other writing projects you have going on right now. Do you guys have any routines you like to keep to or ways of organizing your work? I'd really be curious to find out. But for me personally, I've shown bullet journal stuff before, but my bullet journal has really changed and evolved over time. As I was finding my old ways, I just wasn't using them as much. And I actually found a far better system that works better with how my brain operates. And a lot of it just has to do with me accepting how my brain works and how different it is. So I used to try to do kind of daily spreads and have a lot of tasks, and I've really realized that that doesn't really work with my brain. My brain just is not going to open this thing often enough to do daily tasks, and I find it kind of pointless because it seems like a lot of labor for very little return. So I actually have taken out the tasks lists altogether. I don't use my bullet journal for tasks. Instead, I use it for self-reflection. So it's more like a journal, but built like a bullet journal, I guess. So pretty much what happened is a lot of my task lists and how I actually break things down is actually in Notion now. I no longer keep it in my bullet journal. And the reason for that is because I can access Notion anywhere on my computer or my app on my phone, even though it's a little bit buggy, not gonna lie. But it works, and it works a lot better than carting around a physical notebook everywhere. Now, if you like doing that, cool for you, awesome. I just wasn't finding that useful. So instead, my bullet journal has become a place where I do a lot of my tarot readings for the month and then each individual week, and also where I break down goals so I can keep them in focus. But a lot of what I put down here is reflection. Reflection at the end of the month, reflection at the end of the weeks. And it really just helps me digest whether or not I was able to meet goals, why I was or wasn't able to meet those goals, and what I might be able to do differently in order to change my trajectory for the next week coming up. I actually write down my monthly goals here first as kind of a rough draft in my bullet journal. And then when I have a better fixed idea of them, I will take the cream of the crop from those lists and I will put them in nicer font on my corkboard, which is right in plain view. And that reminds me to do my reflections in here and reminds me to open Notion in order to complete tasks. I think every writer kind of has this idea in their head of like the perfect writing routine. And I'm trying the best I can to let that whole ideology go and just not worry about it anymore. Because for me, having that pressure of I have to do this every single day, for me, oftentimes, because I'm also full-time employed and have been for years now, it just put a lot of pressure on me. And I ended up, every time I wasn't able to write because I was feeling sick, had headaches, or just was unable to for one reason or the other, I would beat myself up for it horribly. And it led to me feeling so discouraged I wasn't able to pick up things later. And I've since learned that it's a lot better for me and easier if I just focus on my weeks and give myself that extra time to, okay, here's your goal. You can do how much you want, whenever you want, between these days. So you've got 7 days. You can do as much or little as you want every day, or you can just have a huge chunk of work one day, but you just have to reach the overall goal. But you can choose which days, and you can choose in that moment what to do when. And that just allowed my brain that freedom to, I don't know, just work. It's hard for me to explain, but it seems to work a lot better for me. So instead I have these weeklies, and I do a tarot spread for the entire week, and I reflect on that spread and kind of goals and what I want to accomplish that particular week, or any worries I have. I just dump it all right there. And then at the bottom of the page, I have week in review. So at the end of the week, oh my gosh, oh yeah, mistakes happen, guys. I don't know how or if I'll cover that. Probably won't cover it. I'll probably just leave it. Who cares? So at the end of the week, I will go in and write down how the week went, whether I filled expectations, any reflections or thoughts I have in the aftermath, and set up the next week. And I found using my journal as more of a diary just works so much better. So much better for me. But of course, how is this going to be working for NaNoWriMo? Well, I have decided, because I'm doing weeklies, that I'm going to have a rough weekly goal of about 13,000 words. And yes, this will be in October. I'm kind of doing Nano twice. So this sounds insane, and it is insane. I have no idea if I'll do that, complete that much this month, but oh, I also have reflections for the new and full moons, by the way. These are also usually larger tarot spreads and reflections. But anyway, one of the major things that I want to be doing in this month is I want to be able to see how much I'm capable of doing, and I really want to see my limits, and if I need to give myself support or extra time in certain places. I'm kind of using this month as a tester. I'm not going to pressure myself too much to fulfill the larger goal, so much as to see if it's possible for me to reach it in the first place, and to do so consistently over the course of a month. I'm kind of taking this month as an experiment, because what I'm going to have to do is try to do writing sprints in the mornings before work. But I'm not going to lie, most of my writing will have to take place on the weekend, because I just won't realistically have the time to do that during the week. Let's be real, I'm going to be exhausted. So I'm going to see if it's possible for me to do this all on weekends. In theory it is, but I want to see if in actuality, especially with my new system, if I'm able to do that consistently. So this is kind of an experimental month. I'm going to see how much I'm capable of doing and where I might need help on. So this is the first time I'm going to be using one of these circle trackers. We'll see how that works. I'm actually not going to glue this down into my bullet journal. I'm actually going to have this free so it can go on my corkboard when the time comes. That way I can just check things off as I go. And once again, it'll be in visual view of me at all times. So as long as I can see it, it's not dead to me. I'm definitely going to be utilizing quite a few things like word sprints and whatnot, trying to get some body doubling going, because I feel like I'm going to need that. I'm going to need that a lot. So places like hours, yeah, going to use that a ton this month. So let me know, are you guys going to be going ahead and participate? Yeah, another mistake. We all make mistakes, guys. It's okay. Anyway, are you guys participating in Nano? Are you going to do Preptober? Let me know down below what projects you guys are doing. I'm interested in knowing. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and may the odds be in our favor.